ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I can everyone take the goggles completely off the head. That includes you, Mr. Green, fiddling with the goggles. There you go. Alright then, my name's James, I'm the assistant manager, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing your safety brief along with the lovely Kev. Everyone say hello to Kev. But if you listen up, first of all, we'll get the first part of your safety brief underway by a lovely lady's audio voice. If you listen up, ladies and gents. Press play, Morse.
Could I have your attention, please? I'd like to cover some very important safety rules in order to make your paintball experience both enjoyable and injury-free. You have all been issued with a paintball safety mask for one simple reason. Paintballs travel at over 100 miles per hour. If one hits you in the eye, it will blind you.
Guys, need to be looking at this.
You are currently standing in the safe zone. You must keep your goggles on at all times, other than when you are in the safe zone. If your goggles steam up, do not lift them up and look around. If you take the mask off or lift it up outside the safe zone for any reason whatsoever, you will not participate any further in today's paintball games. If for any reason today your goggles should accidentally fall off whilst you're in play, then you must have both hands over your eyes and drop face down to the ground and call for a marshal. Marshal! Do not attempt to modify or alter your goggles in any way. The guns are powered by compressed air. For this reason, do not tamper with your gun. Please, if you have any problems with your gun again, please see the marshal. Please look after yourself. Play the game at ground level. Do not climb up trees or on top of structures. The games you are about to play are simply for fun, and as such, we want to keep the game friendly. We do not have any physical contact in the game. Also, we have a safe shooting distance of 3 meters. Headshots do not count. Please do not deliberately shoot for the head. If you are accidentally shot in the head, play on. Any shots on your gun or hopper do not count. It must hit you. Once you have been eliminated from the game, stick your hand in the air and shout, "Hit!" Keep your arm in the air and get off the field of play as quickly as possible into the designated dead zone. The games start with a countdown. 3, 2, 1, game on. And we'll finish with game over. When you hear the game over call, then please stop firing immediately. All other rules and objectives will be explained by the marshals out on the field. If for any reason you should be injured or if you are ill, please see a marshal or come to the first aid station located at the shop. If you want something to eat or drink, snacks are available from the shop. I will now hand you over to Delta Force personnel. Many thanks for listening and choosing Delta Force Paintball.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that sound you just heard is our fire bell. In the unlikely event there is a fire and base camp or out in the fields, what we'll do is we'll ring that bell. We'll get you all to make your way down to the car parks. This one where you park your cars have got dropped off. We'll run you all up and make sure everyone's nice, toasty and crispy. Is that cool with everyone? Yes. Come on guys, it's all about enthusiasm. Let's try that again. Is that cool with everyone? Yes! That's better. He's really up for it. Right then, ladies and gents. Listen up, okay? The first part of your safety equipment are these goggles. Is the most important part of your kit you will be issued with today. The only thing that will stop you from going blind is that polycarbonate lens at the front. Everything else is just purely venting. There are 2 safety features to this goggle. First up are the D-rings at the back, okay? These are what tighten them and loosen them on your head. So if you've got a small head, like the little lady at the front by here, okay? Just pull them apart and they'll become tighter on your head. If you've got a huge fat head like Kev, make sure you just push them together, okay? And they'll become looser on your head. The second safety feature is a chin strap, which is a bit like a bag buckle. Very easy to use, ladies and gents. All you need to do is make sure that's clipped up underneath your throat, leaving about a finger's gap. Because if you can imagine you're going out into the woods, there's going to be branches and things out there, what could potentially happen is you get caught in peeking or the venting and try to lift them up off your head. Now the chin strap should stop this from happening, but in the unlikely event they do come off your head, what we ask is you clap both hands over your eyes, you drop face down to the ground and you scream for a marshal like you've never screamed before. Yeah, a little bit like Kev, but hopefully a bit more manly. And then Kev, the obviously lovely lady that he is, will come running at you like a scene out of Baywatch, grab those goggles and stick them back out on your head. Check you haven't wet yourself or having a panic attack or anything, and then get you carry on playing for the rest of that game. You'll be goggle checked just over on the right there by the black and yellow chain. These goggles do not come off your head for any reason at all until you come past that black and yellow chain there. You can clearly see the shop. We have heard every excuse in the book. There's a hair in my eye, there's a fly in my goggles, there's a booger up my nose, I'm going to be sick. Okay, these excuses do not warrant with any of the marshals at all. If they catch you put your hand up inside your goggles or lifting them for any reason, they'll bring you back into basic camp to see either myself or the manager Dave over in the shop, and we will end the day there and then for you. You do not get a second chance with these goggles. Is that cool, everyone? Yes. Okay, next up is your loader, your magazine clip, your hopper, whatever you want to call this. It's very easy to use. Just lift that clear lid up and pour your paintballs in. But what we do ask is put your fingers in your pockets to stop your balls hitting the floor. Now, naughty little boy there laughing. Naughty. Okay, make sure that when you're closing that lid, ladies and gents, you do hear a double clicking sound. If you don't hear a double clicking sound, make sure you give it a whack. And if you're unsure, just ask any of the marshals. You'll be given your guns when you go through past the gold check area and to load your hoppers onto your guns. Very simple, just rest them on your hip or thigh and twist in as shown. Make sure that that clear lid is facing the front of the gun, because what will happen is when you're carrying your guns, you'll have them by the carry handles, and if that lid does fall open, your paintballs won't go all over the floor. If your paintballs still hit the floor in base camp, you're okay because it's dry out in the field, so it is a bit wet. If you drop your paintballs on the floor in here, pick them up, put them back in. If your paintballs are wet and you drop them out on the field, you cannot pick them back up. So what will happen is then they'll swell, explode inside your hopper, ruining all your paint. Okay, but this is the gun you'll be using unless you bought the upgrade gun. But both safety features are exactly the same. This is a Timon FT12 semi-automatic. Semi-automatic meaning one pull of the trigger, fires once. Two pulls of the trigger, fires twice. And keeping your finger on the trigger only releases one paintball. By the laws of gravity, the gun does need to stay upright, no gangster back style shooting, okay? We're not robbing post offices or anything, ladies and gents. We are simply just playing some paintball. First safety feature on this gun is a push safety button. As you see, big red button there where Kev is pointing. When you're walking to and from the game zone, so to the dead zone, push that button through, and as you can see, stops the gun from firing. When you hear game on, push that button through and fire away. Second safety feature is a carry handle. It's not hard, ladies and gents. All it is a carry handle. When you get given your gun and you walk to and from the game zone to the dead zone, carried by the carry handle, down by your waist at all times. So if you can imagine now, Kevin and I stood in the dead zone, I shot this chap in the backside, I'm telling Kevin how amazing I am at paintball, and all of a sudden, we get what's called a ball-on-ball incident, okay? Where one ball hits two balls. You know what I'm talking about, guys, okay? More than likely I'll be on the floor screaming, crying, asking for my mum. My mum doesn't love me, so she won't come. Ken will be there with his phone taking pictures, Snapchatting it and sharing it on Facebook for all his friends to see. So make sure you carry those guns by the carry handle at all times. If you can imagine this is what ladies and gents, look what Ken's about to do. I need to get a better assistant. Okay, seriousness of what was happening there, he wasn't looking where he was firing. What potentially could happen is marshals or yourselves could come walking around the corner and shot point blank in the throat. If this happens, I'm not trying to scare you, but we will have to call an ambulance for you and you will spend the rest of the night on a breathing apparatus. So for this reason and this reason only, headshots and gunshots do not count, so you can lift those two parts of your equipment above the bunkers to look where you are shooting. If you were shot in any part of these if you're shot in any part of these equipment, ladies and gents, just carry on and please do not deliberately shoot for the head. Is that cool, everyone, so far? Sweet, okay, we do have a few little optional extras for you today. We do have armour gloves available. These are $6.99 and these will stop you from hurting your hands if you get shot in them. Available from the shop. Nice and padded. You do get to keep them then and use them for any other outdoor activity. Next up are these fog busters. These are what will keep your goggles fog free throughout the day. Most of you see me telling you about them down at the front of there. Very easy to use. Just use that number 1 wipe on the inside of the lens and on the foam around your eyes, and the number 2 wipe on the outside. Because what happens is a lot of you decide to wear hoodies and jackets thinking it's going to protect you from the paint. It's not. All that causes is for you to sweat. The sweat gathers inside your goggles and causes them to mist up. So if you are wearing anything like that, we do recommend you get those fog busters. All your goggles have been treated with them this morning, so your goggles should be fine for the first game. And last but not least, we have one of these bad boys, these riot shields, okay? Very easy to use. You can get them on 2 maps, the Berlin Wall and the command post. But what they are, they're riot shields. They're not battering rams, they're not weapons, okay? So don't try hitting people with them. And adults, if you are out with the kids, please do not pick up the kids and start using them as riot shields. We do provide you with riot shields to use. And the way your day will run, you're going to go out and you're going to play one game. One game will consist of 2 halves. Each half will be roughly between 10 to 15 minutes. So you play that half, you come back in, well, play one half, play the second half, come back in, you get between a 5 to 7 minute break, and then you go up for your next game. We try to get you up for 4 games, and we'll stop as close to 1 o'clock as possible for your lunch. After your lunch then, you'll go out for another 2 games, and then we do play the Zombie Apocalypse. The Zombie Apocalypse is going to be the best game of the day. If you've got any birthday boys, stags, or anyone in your group you really want to dish a little bit more punishment to, make sure you stick around and play that one, because it's absolutely fantastic. We do get an end of day presentation underway and give some awards to the top players. But if you all look around now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got one extra guest with us today. Usually hides down at the back on top of the shelters. It's not the guy in the hat. Usually somewhere. Usually we've got some dramatic music. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. There we are.
Crazy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see, this handsome chap right here is our Terminator. He is the stick of paintball. He spends weekdays out back on charge and comes out for weekend days like today. He absolutely hates people and he despises little kids, especially you. Okay? What will happen is you'll be out in the field, so you'll think you're the ultimate paintballer. Also, you'll be shot in the backside. You'll be turned around to be faced with this handsome chap. Now, this is the Terminator's challenge to you. You've got two options. Number one, you can run away from him and he won't fight you. But that's a bit boring and we don't like to see that. Second option is you get to light him up from head to toe with as much paint as possible. Once he is happy you have defeated him, you will lower one gun, raise one gun in the air, and you get to use that gun for the rest of that game. Not the day, just the game. He won't be coming out for anyone, but he especially likes to put people in the target vests. So let's hear it better than this one. Let's hear it, play some paintball! Yeah! Guys, you can do better than that. I said, are you ready to play some paintball? Yeah! That's better. Okay, reds and blues, you will be going out in 1 minute. There's 1 minute on the reds and blues. Greens and blues will be going out 30 seconds after that.